Caldwell High School. My lesson is teaching economic terms using a deck of cards. You just need a deck of cards and a calculator. What I do is we'll have a list of terms on the board, and I do this kind of as a review. It can be 15 minutes to the whole class period, but we may cover stock market, equilibrium price, supply, demand, shortage, surplus, consumers, producers. I put all those terms on the board. I tell the kids through this activity we're going to basically define and show you what they mean. I divide the class into two groups. If you have an odd number, then you can let one person be the recorder. The odd number will get to participate the next time. I usually do several rounds of this, but I give half the class low numbered cards. The number on the card represents a dollar figure. These people are your producers. What they have done is they have created a product for $2 or $3, whatever the card says. They have to sell it or trade that in the market for a greater number. I give the other half of the class large number cards. That's how much money they have to spend. What they're doing is they want to buy it as cheap as they possibly can. So you get into a bartering situation or a competition where they're trying to make a sale. I have to approve every sale. It comes back to me and I'll say, yes, you can do that because I want one group to make a profit and one group to save. What I have the kids do as an incentive, I have them record how much money they either saved or made. And whoever has the most at the end gets 10 points extra credit on the next quiz. If somebody makes a profit or ends up in the positives, that group will get 5 points extra credit because there will be some people that will lose money. I usually do 2 rounds of that. Every time we come up with a price or a deal, I record that on the board. Obviously, we'll add those up and divide by the number. That'll give us our market price or our equilibrium price. I do that 2 times. You have a group of sellers, which are your producers, a group of buyers, which are your consumers, and we talk about that. The third round, I do it a little bit differently. I'll give more lower number cards. So now we have more producers, which means we have a lot of supply and not much demand. So what's going to happen to price? Whenever we sell all these out, you have either a higher or lower price depending on whether you have a greater number of supply or demand, buyers, sellers, whatever. I do the other round the opposite way. So we'll go through 4 rounds and we'll show the difference in those 4 prices. As they come up, you should have one that's very high. When there's a shortage, you should have one that's very low when there's a surplus. And then you should have your equilibrium price. And that kind of discusses or shows the difference and gives them a visual. The kids that are left over, I have them stand up in front of class and who are these people? And they'll tell you they're the buyers or they're the sellers, they're the consumers or producers. And what does that represent? Either a surplus or a shortage. And they can kind of identify what that means. And it gives them a better idea or concept or understanding of those terms. Thank you.